So I know the pandemic has brought a lot of depression.
Sure.
You know, a lot of anxiety attacks. Everybody's losing their jobs, not getting their stimmy checks in, right?
Sure.
How did you cope with the pandemic? You know, did it drive you into anxiety attack? Did you have fear of what's to come?
You know, I was just talking about this topic with one of my friends, and we were talking about, you know, man, everyone's going crazy. There's people who are ending up in mental hospitals, and you know, people who we thought were sane, they're losing their minds because of this. You know, shit's hitting the fan. People are losing money. People are losing homes. So I had a lot of my buddies who actually started businesses early last year, and they didn't expect everything to be shut down, so they lost their businesses. They put in their entire savings into a business, and everything just went south. So you can imagine having 2-3 kids, having a wife, and then putting your entire savings into a business that you thought was going to take off, just completely hit the floor. You know, coming from, again, I think a lot of it comes from what environment that you're exposed to from, what kind of environment you're exposed to from a very young age. Unfortunately, but yet again, fortunately, I was exposed to a lot of chaos growing up. There was a lot of emotional imbalance within my household, and I feel that emotional imbalancement allowed me to easily adapt to chaos on the exterior of what goes on around me. So I would say it's easy for me to adapt in the middle of stress, in the middle of chaos. It's almost, I don't want to say addicting, but you know, I did realize that at a time in my life, in order for me to feel functional, I would subconsciously put myself in situations that would cause stress and cause chaos in my life, because it made me feel like I was at home. You know, stress became home to me, chaos became home to me. So I acknowledged it and I addressed it, and to the point where I needed to heal from a lot of things from my childhood, a lot of childhood traumas and a lot of inner child things. So last year, you know, I was already in the midst of healing through all those things that I encountered as a child, growing up, young adult, preteen, teenager. It did catch me off guard. But, you know, the beautiful thing about our media, there's so many trends, right? Now that we have social media, Instagram, Facebook, even Snapchat, Twitter, you know, we get news from things going on even before the live stream media exposes it to us. So, like, you have all these conspiracy theories, you have all these people, you know, exposing things online, like, okay, I see the trend, let me start preparing for it, right? So, again, in the middle of all that, I feel like I was at peace, but I just needed to be able to come up with a game plan to be able to adapt to what was going to come, and being able to be at least 3 or 4 steps ahead, so that way it wouldn't impact me as much as everyone else who was